first place today. Jon West. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing very well, thank you. Happier to have won. I'm doing a lot better than I would have had I not won. Let me put it in those terms.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. Well, hey, man, what did you play today? How'd you do?
I played Destiny Hero Drytron. And
Okay.
yeah,
Interesting.
I mean, really the only games I lost were games that could not have been won. I think the deck really just overperformed. Some bricks every once in a while, but I mean, you know, Drytron this has so much gas. If you can see the 2-card combo, then you can play through just about anything.
Yeah. Is there a reason that you chose to play this today?
I was on Sword Soul and I was awful with it, and I didn't have enough time to get good. And I've been on this for like 5 months, so
All
I
right.
felt a lot more confident. Plus, it's just you can farm locals with Drytron. A lot of people don't know how to play against it.
Well, yeah. I gotta say, dude, I played against you not only once but twice during this tournament. Man, I was not prepared.
Yeah,
And
it's a crazy deck.
yeah.
Like,
All right. Well, hey, do you want to get right into it?
yeah, let's go. All right, so let's start with main.
Cool.
It's pretty standard. You got your 3 alpha, your 3 zeta, you know, the main starters, 2 gamma, and 1 delta.
All right. The ratio's pretty solid. Nothing you would change.
Yeah, I mean, I've gone up and down between 3 gamma and 2, but I think I was already at like 44 cards, so
Yeah.
just cut it down to 2. For the fairies, we've got the 3 diviner, 3 herald, and the 1 eva.
Awesome. Pretty standard.
Again, yeah, the Drytron and fairy stuff doesn't really vary much from deck to deck. Some people are going down to 2 with this, but you know, so many
no
hand
need.
traps
It's
at
so
locals.
good.
Yeah. Okay, so we're good there. For the Destiny heroes, I actually went a little different. I went Plasma and Disc Commander.
Really? Okay, so you got to tell me a little bit about this because you resolved Disc Commander on me, but that was it. What was your choice behind this?
Okay, so basically, you think the standard is Celestial and Dasher. And the reason why those are good is because decks that push through their whole hand, Celestial replenishes their hand. And then, of course, Dasher lets you get that extra summon. Well, with Drytron, you can't summon off Dasher because of the restriction. If you do that, you can't use any Drytron effects. And no deck puts monsters on field like Drytron. So Plasma was the choice there because worst comes to worst, I draw it, I tribute 3, and I have Plasma.
Nice.
And then Disc Commander is a level 1, so I can use it to I can normal summon it to make the Fafnir. But also, this is much more likely to resolve. If I don't have my combo, then I can bring this back on the standby phase when I would have brought back Destroy Phoenix Enforcer, get the draw 2, and there's just so many combo pieces in the deck I'm likely able to play. Like when I resolved it against you, I pulled Cyber Emergency Preparation of Rights.
Yeah.
So like,
I was just wild seeing you summon that off the Phoenix Enforcer effect, and I was just like, oh crap, now he's gone back into the Drytron combo, because I thought I had you all out of resources, except for the Phoenix Enforcer, and you just came back from that alone.
yeah,
It's pretty wild.
And with Drytron, you normally want to keep at least a ritual in hand for your follow-up, so Celestial is just not going to be live. Like, you're constantly replenishing your resources. So I was very satisfied with these. I definitely will keep playing these in here.
Awesome. That's cool.
And then, of course, played Scythe. That's part of the main going first combo with the Phoenix Enforcer.
Dagda with the Phoenix Enforcer and all that.
Right, exactly. And I didn't get it off too many times. I got it off 2 or 3 times, but it always won the game.
Yeah, it just ends people's turns.
Yeah, like I've loved Scythe for a long time. I'm glad to be able to play it again. For rituals, again, pretty standard. We've got Ben 10, Perfection, Ida 10, and Medionis.
All right, that's it for rituals that you're playing?
Yep, I didn't play the Natasha. I didn't think it was necessary because you're always going to have the follow-up play. You don't need the Natasha to win. And then for spells, the way I play the deck is I just play 3 of everything just to maximize my chances of comboing. So I have Cyber Emergency, 3 Nova,
and everything.
yeah, 3 prep, and then the 3 pre-prep, and then to go with the pre-prep, the Dawn of the Herald. Yeah, just
Pretty easy, simple ratios.
right, exactly. It's just like everything's at 3, so you have the maximum chance of getting your Ben 10 early or your Herald early, and being able to play through whatever your opponent. It's just all gas, basically. And then for one-ofs, we have the Called by the Grave, the Foolish, and the Medionis Drytron. Again, this is just
cards.
yeah, this is just the extra Drytron name. It always gets sided out. It's essentially the upstart goblin of the deck.
Yeah, free side.
Yeah, this is obviously searchable. You don't need to, I don't think. And then the Called by for Droll, so you can sack people exactly like you said.
Yeah, easy enough.
Then we've got 2 tactics.
So 2 tactics instead of the 3. Huh?
Yeah, ultimately, I thought hand traps were kind of going out of the meta. I wasn't really sure what I'd be playing against. I didn't want to cut tactics completely, and I didn't want to play one. So it's kind of that see it sometimes, but not all of the time. That people
That makes
criticize.
sense.
And then the last card in the main deck is 3 Fusion Destiny. Resolving this from hand or from Verte is just insane. Especially with hand, you just get so much advantage off of it.
Yeah, it's just being able to activate this on top of the on top of your normal combo, as opposed to the Dragoon not being able to do anything else if you're activating the fusion. It just makes it so much better, especially for combo decks like this.
Well, it gives you something sticky too. Like the Phoenix Enforcer is just so sticky. Like many times today, I was about to get into Beerud. I just chain it, pop the Phoenix Enforcer. Now I know I have at least one thing coming back.
Exactly.
Whereas with Dragoon, you would have just, I guess you would have gave into Beerud, but if they out Dragoon, Dragoon is gone. If they out Phoenix Enforcer, it can pop itself to come back.
Or get the Disc Commander.
Yeah, or get Disc Commander, exactly. So that was the main deck. Extra deck, pretty standard still. The 2 Herald of the Arclight, and then the Entis and the Phoenix Enforcer. Not much to say about these. Like, these are standard. Then for Link 1, we got the Link Karibo, of course, engine piece. We've got for Link 2s, IP, Dagda, Verte, and then the Nightmare Phoenix.
Yeah, I saw you go into IP more than I've seen most Drytron players go into it.
Yeah, I really like IP just because I end up a lot of times leaving extra bodies on board or leaving consumable bodies on board, especially Beatrice, and just being able to turn that into value is good. And then one thing that came up again and again today was just making my Boral Sword invincible, and that just puts so much pressure on especially trap decks like what you were playing, Josh. Like it
it was pretty wild. There was no way I could out it pretty much for the most part.
Okay, so that's those, and then for the Link 3 we've got the Unicorn.
Sick. Beautiful collector's rares, huh?
Yeah, they're so good.
Gorgeous, man.
Great looking cards. All right, so that's those. Let's just get those out of the way. Then for Link 4, we got Boral Sword. This is one of my favorite cards of all time as a longtime Invoked player.
Boral Sword over the access code, huh?
Yeah, Boral Sword in this deck I think is just better. Like, just basically you're not often going to be able to go from a Link 3 into access code, which limits the damage output of it, and you're not often going to have a bunch of Link monsters in the graveyard to pop cards.
Okay.
So basically,
the Boral Sword ended up being better in the most part, even though it kind of helps with those materials sometimes.
This deck doesn't have a problem outing back row or outing stuff that access code is usually used to out. So just the raw damage output of Boral Sword. Also, one of the reasons why I'm playing this deck is to play Boral Sword. I just love this card. It's one of my favorites. It's won me thousands of games as an Invoked player over the years, so it's great to be able to use it again.
Well, awesome, man.
And then the last 4 of the extra deck, we have 2 Fafnir, play 2 because you always want the follow-up, and then the Zeus and the Beatrice. And again, pretty standard. I'm not really reinventing the wheel with the extra deck here.
Yeah, nothing too spicy over there.
And then for side, again, pretty standard for what we see now. 3 Chalice, 3 Droll, 3 Dark Ruler, 3 Cosmic Cyclone, and then for the one-ofs, we've got Lancia, 3rd Tactics, and Reboot.
Interesting. Okay.
Not a ton of thought put into this, to be honest. Just kind of, this is for specifically the PK Scythe combo. Just to be able to respond against that, or else I would have played Twin Twisters, and probably should have, because this didn't even end up coming up, like that part of it. Droll is for combo, and especially Flunderies, because I don't feel like trying to break through all that crap.
Yeah.
Chalice for just because I don't own droplets.
Yeah.
And then the Dark Ruler for combo mirror, Lancia for the Dagda, and because it's searchable, Reboot, And then tactics, yeah.
And then the
you can't
third
really-
tactic's just to round stuff out.
Yeah, I think tactics is just when people play hand traps, tactics and Drytron is just outrageously good.
Yeah.
So, and going second, of course, it helps you break boards. And it's just good against rogue, which I knew there would be a lot of today.
And you felt like the only one Lancia was fine, even though, you know, it was just off the Dagda?
Yeah, well, you can always get it off Dagda or you can search it off Ben 10. So it's not hard to access.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hey, any shout outs before we go, or?
Yeah, just shout out to everybody who played today. It was a really fun tournament. Shout out to all the boys over at Sunshine Games who are playing today too. Best of luck to all the crew in the group chat. So I'm sure I'll get roasted for this, but but that's all right.
Well, hey, you know, first place is first place, right?
Yeah, hey, I got the mat. That's all that matters. I
Hey,
love
yeah,
this.
that's awesome. This is a gorgeous map.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, hey, I hope you have a good one. Guys, remember to like and subscribe. It really helps out a lot, and it costs nothing to you. All right. Well, hey, I hope you have a good one, and see you later.
All right, man.